Oh my god. If, like, a good tenor baritone is like butter, this man is like caramel. I don't know if that's a weird analogy. I'm running on cough medicine and green and herbal tea right now. Hello everybody, my name is Mortius. I am a necktie enthusiast, education specialist, and acapella artist, and today we are here with our first ever Patreon Viewers Choice video, and that is an analysis of the Little Mermaid medley by Voiceplay featuring Rachel Potter. I do absolutely love this cover. I have heard it many times before, so just like with Oogie Boogie, this is going to be an analysis instead of a reaction, but with Oogie Boogie, for those of you who didn't see that video, I developed a fancy strategy, which is where I actually cover up both of my computer screens. That way I'm analyzing it purely musically and not being distracted by any of the cool visual things they do. And by doing so, the Oogie Boogie one actually turned into a partial reaction at points because there were some things that I noticed that I had never noticed before in all my listens. So I'm really hoping it is the same thing for this. Now, I do want to warn you guys, I am very sick. The only reason it doesn't sound like I'm sick is because I have had so many cough drops and tea and things like that leading up to this recording to make sure I was okay. I was hoping that I would be okay before, but right now it is literally like 18 hours before upload time and I'm still sick. So here we go. I have my tea in my lovely mug that is green, so it doesn't play well with a green screen, I'm only now realizing. I have water. I just got down a cough drop while I was pulling up everything, so we're gonna see how things go. Oh, I love tea. A good echinacea tea is the perfect thing for a good cold. Anyways, so we are going to hop on in to Little Mermaid. I do want to thank every one of my patrons for supporting me and helping make this happen. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Now, before we hop on into the reaction today, I do want to remind you guys that if you want to participate in the polls that make videos like this happen, the polls are accessible to any patrons, even at as low as $1 a month. So check out that link in the description. And now let's hop on into it. Oh, here we go.
I'll tell you a tale of the bottomless pit.
Oh, I just realized I didn't have my mic closed. Hopefully you could hear that thing leading up. I always forget to do that in my last couple videos. So, I said the same thing about their Wicked medley. I love that Voiceplay gives extra love to some songs that aren't typically used as much in medleys. So I don't even know what the name of this song is, but the sailor song at the beginning of Little Mermaid, the fact that they use that in their recording is really cool. And like in Wicked, the fact that they used like One Short Day in the Emerald City, The Wizard and I will never forgive them for not including As Long As You're Mine. But other than that, I am very happy at how much they include in their medleys. Let's keep going.
I'll tell you a tale of the bottomless blue with its hay to the starboard heave-ho. Heave-ho. Look out, lads, a mermaid be waiting for you in mysterious fathoms below.
Ooh, so one thing that I will tell people if they're very first trying to get into just like acapella music and understanding things is to just sing or hum along to the background chords. So if there are certain things happening in the background, to really listen to those and then just sing or hum along, and you've got that going on here, which again I've never noticed before. Listen.
With its hay to the starboard heave-ho. Heave-ho. Look out, lads, a mermaid be waiting for you in mysterious fathoms below.
It's like is what's happening in the background there. So it's very much following everything happening in the background just with those hums, which adds just a really good bass to, or a really good B-A-S-E. Obviously there's a really good bass in this group who I know we're going to get to very soon, but it adds a very good B-A-S-E to the acapella arrangement as a whole. I'm dying. Send help.
Fathoms below, low. Look at this.
That is a really good key change there. So, one thing that's really difficult with medleys is the jumping between them, especially if the songs are in a different key. So it's just like dun 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 over to a completely different song, part of your world. Like figuring out the key change and the tonal shift and everything like that is really difficult. So they handle the key change and the tonal shift pretty much in the same go. Listen to this.
Look out, lads, a mermaid be waiting for you in mysterious fathoms below.
So up until that point, mysterious fathoms. I can't. Why am I trying to sing? Mysterious fathoms below. So that dun 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 is still following along with it, and then they jump in with something that's often used in acapella, which is where the background repeats it. Fathoms below, but that dun 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 dun, like it kind of slows it down and gets you ready for what's coming next, and then the oohs change the keys. So they like it's dun 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 dun, and then they slowly change the tone, then change the key, then finish changing the tone before Rachel Potter hits us with the new song. It's a very, very effective transition.
Lads, a mermaid be waiting for you in mysterious fathoms below. Fathoms below, low.
Key change.
Look
Dun.
at this stuff.
Very cool.
Isn't it neat?
And I didn't even mean it, but I was like, duh, key change, done. And I literally went, dun, dun, just to imitate, like, subconsciously, because that was the logical next note. And sure enough, listen to the background.
Look at this stuff.
The same note I sang, because it was the most logical one to come next, not only hits, but that, ooh, dun, is exactly what one of the background vocalists does. And that just shows that, like, they have such a good grasp on musical structure and transitions. Is the exact thing that my brain wanted to hear next is exactly what they delivered.
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20.
There's just so much happening there. The backgrounds are just so complex. It's really well... really? Ooh, it's very, very well done, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, very, very good. I feel like I need to
Everything. I've got gadgets and...
is impressive as always from Lane. And then you've got just the gadgets and happening in the background. Just everything is structured in such a way to support the soloist in just such an impressive way that's so complex that we'd be here for hours if I really took the time to go into it. But I just love the structure in the background here.
Gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares?
And the aquatic nature of some of Lane's vocal percussion is really cool. Like earlier, I didn't mention it, but in the because I was already talking so much about the transition, but in that transition, he has this incredible bubble effect where he's like, but way better than that. And then even here, there's just a couple like the thing that I know people can do, but I have no idea how to do. I just always end up hurting my cheek when I try. But it gives a very distinctly under the sea nature to the vocal percussions.
You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. When's in my...
Yes! Oh, I love that build. I want more, I want more, I want more. Like it dun 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 dun. It's so good.
Deal. I want more. When's in my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above?
God, Rachel Potter is so talented.
Out of the sea. Wish I be part of that.
I wonder if this is intentional or not, because you know, there's always the memes of like the English teacher being like, "What does the green light represent?" And sometimes it's like the author wanted a light and decided to make it green. But sometimes it actually does mean something. Like in that example, the light in Great Gatsby is actually symbolizing something. So the fact that music is so up to interpretation is part of what makes it so cool. I'm really curious if what I just caught on to is me reading into it or is something intentional from them. And what that is, listen to this. Oops. Hold on.
Out of the sea. Wish I could be.
I almost feel like the fact that no one else is singing while she's singing accomplishes two things. And again, this could be intentional or it could just be me reading into it. But the beautiful thing is neither one is less or more valid than the other. Even if I'm just making something up, that's still how I felt the music. And the fact the music is powerful enough to do that is already a compliment, even if it wasn't intentional. But what that really feels like to me conveys two things. Loneliness, but also call and response. It's while she is pouring her out. This is her I Want song. One of the most important songs in any musical, the I Want song. If you are not familiar with what that is, the musical channel Sideways has a lot of good videos about what an I Want song accomplishes. I would recommend checking out his Goofy Movie video for that, but there's plenty of others. Anyways, this is Ariel's I Want song. Literally, I want more. That's her I Want song. But as she's pouring her heart out at this part, no one else is singing. But when she stops for a second, they're singing back to her. It's, I want to be there. We hear you. I want to be there. No one's singing with me. I'm alone. You're not alone. We hear you. It's like it conveys the fact that where she's singing from, she is all alone, but what she's singing to is singing back to her. And I might be reading way too hard into that, but that's like the emotion I got from that. Anyways.
See. Wish I could be.
Oh, so good.
Part of that.
Ariel, listen to me. The human world is a mess. You see,
How have I never noticed that before? That's so front and center. Hold on.
Listen.
Part of that.
Ariel, listen to me.
I'm assuming Lane, remember I can't see. I'm assuming Lane in the background. Someone's doing a but sounds like it's like maybe slapping of like, that's what I think that, or no, I think that sound can be by slapping the cheeks, but it sounds like during the transition, again, the transitions are what Voiceplay excels at. They do a except actually on pitch because they practiced. But wow, that's really cool. Listen to that.
Part of that.
Ariel, listen to me. The human world is a mess. You see, weed is always.
And that's even cooler because that transition would have been really, really hard. So they both do a really good transition and don't even do a transition because they just let the soloist go with vocal percussion. Vocal percussion doesn't really have a key. It kind of does, but it also kind of doesn't because it's percussion. Like hitting, that's not quite. I'm probably misrepresenting percussion and vocal percussion because I don't play instruments. I shouldn't speak outside my field. But the fact that they're just letting the vocalist and that go means they don't really have to do the key change the same way they did the first time. It's just world, and now it's, hey, listen to me. I'm gonna talk a little bit while Lane takes us through the key change, and now we're in the next song. I love it.
Listen to me. The human world is a mess. You see, weed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that
going. Ooh, I don't have a tenor range right now. going up there is really good. I love that little riff. I forgot about it until now.
Somebody else's lick. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you.
What more is you looking for?
Under the sea, said under the sea, yeah. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Oh, up on the shore they work on.
God, J-Nun's voice is so good. Just take me now.
All day, out in the
like
sun
that.
they
Call me
slave
Phil
away. While we devoting full time to floating under the sea.
under the sea.
The nude play the flute, the cop play the harp, the place play the bass, the they sound and sharp.
Now, this one, I'm not sure how many people have already noticed this because it's pretty obvious, in my opinion. I don't know. But, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm still very sick. Oh, what was I just talking about? Oh,
The nude play
oh yes. So they do a little bit of like the newt play the flute, like newt play the flute gives a whoa, like a little doo 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 trill of the flute, and then like bass play the bass. Jeff does like dooba dooba doom. Like they're imitating the instruments as they're happening, which is just, it's not like revolutionary because obviously like you're making an acapella arrangement when it's saying different instruments, you're gonna imitate the different instruments. Like it's not incredibly creative, but it's just pulled off so well and so fun that it's exciting.
walking full time to floating under the sea.
Under the sea.
I
The
love that
nude
part.
play the flute, the cop play the harp, the place play the bass, the they sound and sharp, the bass play the brass, the chub play the dub.
The bass player, the brass, da-da, like that literally sounds like they're playing the trumpet there. Listen to
Place
this.
play the bass, the they sound and sharp, the bass play the brass, the chub play the dub, and all that blowfish blow. Yeah, each little shell here, no one too well here. That's why it's hard to under the water.
Ooh, what was happening in the background?
Each little shell here, no one too well here. That's why it's hard to.
I can't even tell what's happening.
Each little shell here, no one too well here. That's why it's hard to.
There's something I'm picking up that I've never picked up before, but I can't figure out what it is. I might just need to move on because I don't think I'll be able to pick up on it. But there's like a
Each little shell here, no one too well here. That's why.
it literally sounds like Ellie or even Rachel is going like wah, 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 like wah, 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 wah. Hold on.
Each little shell here, no one too well here. That's why it's hard to under the
I have no
water.
idea.
We in love here, down in the muck here under the sea. What more is he looking for? Hey, poor child.
And again, the transitions, they give it just a second to breathe. What more is you looking for? Hey, do 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 do. And again, they're using just backgrounds to take us into the next key or next tone, while spoken word happens over it, because spoken word, this I can say in confidence, I know I couldn't speak about the percussion earlier, spoken word absolutely spoken word absolutely doesn't have a key, unless you're doing like spoken word rap like Hamilton or something like that kind of like spoken word. But when it's truly just like poor sweet child, like that, talking doesn't have a musical key. So they can let, if I remember correctly, Ellie and J-Nun handle the speaking while Jeff handles the key change and everything like that.
What more is he looking for? Hey, poor child. Poor sweet child.
Who are you?
Don't be scared. We represent someone who can help.
I admit that in the past
Ooh, I never noticed they both say who can help. They're tossing the words back and forth, but on who can help, you've got both of them. And if you listen with good headphones that have a left-right split, you can actually hear that they're talking in different ears, which is a really cool editing touch.
We represent someone who can help.
I admit that in the past I've been an
God, I even mentioned it earlier and I still forgot until just this very instant that Jeff takes us through Poor Unfortunate Souls. Oh, it's gonna break me. Oh, I'm so excited.
They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light, and made a switch.
Oh. Oh my god. If like a good tenor baritone is like butter, this man is like caramel. I don't know if that's a weird analogy. I'm running on cough medicine and green herbal tea right now. But like I wanted to say like, oh, it's like smooth and buttery, but no, like Rob from Home Free is buttery. Jane on Caesar is buttery. This man is caramel. This man is just
Someone who can help. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways.
It only just now occurred to me how deep the background is going here. I wonder if they have Jeff double layered, or if they've got either Janon or Lane going down into that range. I think it still sounds like Jeff doing the like do-ba-doom, do-ba-doo-boom in the background. So I'm guessing they just have him double layered, but I'm not confident in that.
Repented, seen the light, and made a switch. True? Yes. And I fortunately know a little magic.
Actually, wait, that is something I can talk about, isn't it?
Yes. Repented, seen the light, and made a switch. True? Yes.
I always just love the... It will always sound higher or lower if you allow the backgrounds to go in the other direction. So while Jeff is very low there, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he needs any help going lower. God knows he doesn't. But the, like, true yes happens at the same time as ooh, ooh. Listen to that.
Repented, seen the light, and made a switch. True? Yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And dear lady, please don't laugh.
What was that?
It's a talent that I always have possessed. And dear lady, please.
That has to be edited, right? That doesn't even sound human. I've never noticed that before.
It's a talent that I always have possessed. And dear lady, please.
I go, wow. But like, it sounds, I don't even know.
It's a talent that I always have possessed. And dear lady, please don't laugh. I use it on behalf of the miserable, the lonely, and depressed. Pathetic. Poor unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. Those poor unfortunate souls are so sad.
Poor unfortunate souls. Awesome. So cool.
So true.
What was Ellie just doing?
So sad. So true.
Whoa, I've never heard that before. Listen to Ellie.
So sad. So true. They come flocking to my cauldron. So sad. So true.
So sad. He like takes the sad like, oh, that's cool.
They come flocking to my cauldron, crying spells. Do I help them? Yes.
And I love, so in the original, obviously it's just Ursula singing when it's like, flocking to my cauldron, trying spells, Ursula, please. But I love that the Ursula, please is coming from Ariel and the background vocalist. It really feels like they are crying for help. Listen.
Flocking to my cauldron, crying spells. Do I help them? Yes, I do.
Whoa, I like that. Dum 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 dum. Good God, I'm dying.
Oh, but there is one more thing. We haven't discussed the subject of payment.
But I don't have
Well, I'm not asking much. What I want from you is your voice.
If you want.
What is Rachel doing in the background there with that? No, I can't do that right now. The whoo, but 2, maybe 3 octaves up. Listen to that.
What I want from you is your voice.
If you want to cross the bridge. urge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam, jetsam, now we've got our boys. The boss is on a roll. This poor...
I love that. I remembered that part, as you could see, but that boss is on a roll. I don't really know what it's accomplishing, but it just sounds really cool.
As the boss is on a roll, this poor unfortunate soul.
That is unreal. Unreal. So, whoa. I'm pretty sure that's 3 octaves in a note. Or not in a note. Shut up. 3 octaves in 1 word is what I meant. Oh my god.
Unfortunate
And they've got the same thing happening in the background, where the backgrounds are going the opposite direction, just like we talked about
this
earlier.
poor unfortunate
Belugas are frugal queens of the Caspian Sea. Larynxis, glossitis, and max laryngitis, la voce to me.
Oh, that editing is really cool. I forgot about this part.
How I love les poissons. Love to
Again, I love the fact that they're willing to put in underappreciated, underutilized songs into their medleys. It's a really nice touch.
chuck and serve little fish. First I cut off their head, then I pull out their bones.
I love Lane so much. I adore him.
Oui, ça c'est toujours délicieux. Les poissons, les poissons. With a cleaver. Les poissons, les poissons. With a cleaver, I hack them too. I pull out what's inside and I serve it up fried. 'Cause I love little fishes, don't you?
Nothing is happening. Time for a little vocal romantic stimulation.
There you see her, sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Kiss the girl. Yeah.
Hold on.
And across the way. She don't got a lot to say.
It's interesting. It really feels like I'm trying to think of what you saw my brain trying to do there was I was trying to connect what was happening musically to the message of the original song, and if there's a connection to be made here, like there has been with the other things I mentioned, I'm not putting it together at the moment. I'm trying to think, like, Sebastian, is he alone at the beginning? I don't think so. Anyways, I can't place why they're doing this thematically, but musically it's still very cool that Ellie is starting pretty much completely on his own with very minimal happening in the background, and as he progresses through it, more and more feels like it's joining him. I guess maybe at the beginning of the song Sebastian is the only one singing, but then as it goes, more and more animals join in? Maybe? Am I reaching there? Hey, I will handle the musical part of it. In the comments, you let me know what you think they're trying to accomplish thematically with that. I figured out what they're accomplishing structurally and musically. You try to tell me your theory on why they were doing it. Let's keep going.
Sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Kiss the girl. Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. It's possible.
Oh, I love that. Do, do, do. It's very fun.
To try, you wanna kiss the girl. Kiss the girl. Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. It's possible she wants you to, but there's one way to ask her. It don't take a word, not a single word. You wanna kiss the girl.
Sing it with me now.
Oh, I love that part. I forgot about that part to her now. Sing it with me now. It's just so much fun.
Single word, you wanna kiss the girl.
Sing it with me now.
I will.
Sha la 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 la, don't be scared. You got the mood prepared. Go on and kiss the girl. Sha la 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 la, don't stop it now. Don't try to hide it. How you wanna kiss the girl? Sha la 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 la, float along and listen to the song. The song say kiss the girl. Sha la 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 la, the music play. Do what the music say. Kiss the girl. Kiss the girl. Kiss the girl.
What a lovely little.
Again, there's those transitions I was talking about. Each time I try to spend a little less time because, oh my god, I'm already at 30 minutes of recording. But
What a lovely little bride, I'll make my dear.
one thing I want to note real quick, I'm not going to spend too long on it because admittedly, it's not my observation. Well, it's hard to know. I don't know if I would have noticed this on my own during this if I hadn't heard it. But in case you have not heard Hannah Bale's analysis of this, I do want to give a little bit of attention to something amazing that she pointed out that Rachel Potter does here, which is completely change her vocal timbre to match the fact that she is now being Ursula. When she's being Ariel, it's very lighter. What in the turn wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above? Like very light, very free. What a lovely little ta-da-da-da-ta. Like, you can completely, it sounds much more sinister at this one. Like,
What a lovely little bride, I'll make.
Hannah Bale explains it a lot better, so check out her video if you haven't already. She also just has the most adorable reactions to this one because she's a huge Little Mermaid fan, and she looks like Ariel, so it's perfect. But, yeah, just the way that Rachel Potter is able to change her vocal timbre here to match the new character she's playing, perfect.
My dear, I look divine. Things are working out according to my ultimate design. Soon I'll have that little mermaid and the ocean will be mine.
That transition is so well done. Even just listen, again, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but even just listen to the difference in Rachel Potter's voice from the ha 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 to the ah. Like, obviously, it's a very different thing. It's a laugh versus a song, but even just the way that it sounds, listen.
Soon I'll have that little mermaid and the ocean will be mine.
Completely different vocal timbre.
Now we can walk, now we can run.
Now we can stay all day in the sun. Just you and me.
Just you and me. Walk.
And I can be
Hit me with it.
part of this.
That note is unreal.
Sing it with me now.
And I love that they include little bits of so many of the songs in this part here.
Part of this.
Sing it with me now.
They've got the Under the Sea, they've got Sing It With Me Now, they've just got a bunch of different things happening that represent the songs they've already covered. Now let's just take it through to the end.
In the sun. Just you and me.
Just you and me. Walk.
And I can be part of this.
Sing it with me now.
God, this cover is so good. Oh my god. That was so good. I'm so glad I did it. And I also need to go make another batch of tea and take a nap. because that was exhausting, but so fun. I'm so glad I did it, and now I have to go edit it. Thank you guys so much for accompanying me through another amazing analysis. That sounded really conceited. Through another analysis of an amazing song is what I meant to say. An amazing analysis experience. Oh, Jesus. If you want to participate in the next poll, feel free to hop down in the description. Check out my Patreon. Lots of great benefits down there. Thank you so much to my patrons of all tiers. It's a little surprise for all you patrons. Normally I only put them up for the Eldridge tier and higher, but for this video, since this is a little Patreon special, wouldn't be possible without my Patreons, I want to give a little bit of attention to every single one of my patrons. So here they are here, from the top tier all the way down to the bottom. Every single one of you are so appreciated. I can't wait to see what the poll has me do next, and I'll be back next week for, God, who knows? Probably Greatest Showman? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go take a nap. And as always, gals, blokes, and... as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.